Welcome back to Muscles and Malpractice. I'm one of your hosts, Andrew Boo. And my Red Raider
energetic today, bro.
My Red Raider fan, Dr. Stuart Martin.
My name is Stuart Martin. Happen to be a doctor, and I will never be a Red Raider fan. Sorry to all you people out there in Abilene that I know and love, but I am an Aggie droger.
Hey, if you were to turn on the video right now, look at you, Red Raider fan. Who's your favorite Red Raider, by the way?
Come on, man. That's like orange.
That's pretty red.
Bro.
Who's your favorite Red Raider? Let me see. I bet you got it.
I can tell you who my least favorite is, and that's
Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
So
brother.
come on, tell me how much you love Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL.
Are we
next
doing
to
this
Dak
week?
Prescott.
That's where we're gonna start this weekend. Huh?
I just thought since I thought you wanted to talk about that.
He is the fake, phony GOAT of the NFL conversation. You got LeBron, you got
LeBron James,
Mahomes in the NFL. I don't know who
Amazing.
it would be nowadays in the MLB. Definitely not Altuve.
Well, because he's 5'1"
and amazing for pound for pound, the best baseball player that ever existed. Let's think about
Nobody
that.
even knows how Altuve is.
Let's go
dude.
look at Babe Ruth stats and his poundage versus Altuve stats and his poundage.
Well, yeah, he probably ate Altuve for breakfast.
And finished it with some whiskey and then pitched, which was the weirdest thing about old school baseball.
Yeah, strike everybody out.
Which is where we're going to take this week, I think, a little bit. We have a few little road stops. I think we're going to do a quick episode for everybody just tuning in and hearing out. Obviously, we're doing a Monday podcast. It's because, again, I took a last-minute Sunday laborers call shift. And it is my last week as a clinical physician at Hendrick Medical Center. So it's a big day. I'm very excited for it. I have a lot of gratitude towards Hendrick in general in terms of it's almost been 10 years in October. Would have been 10. It made me into the physician I am today, made me meet all the wonderful patients out here in Abilene, but on to bigger, better things. Family's got a lot more going for it too. And Weatherford, we got to pursue the next steps and the next challenges. That's why we do this podcast, bro. Like we gotta keep, if you stop trying to challenge yourself and grow, you die, right? Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. That's not Albert Einstein, bro.
Can
somebody
Scott.
help this guy real quick?
Michael Scott.
Arguably the smartest man that ever walked the earth.
George Washington.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. I was getting there, dude.
Freaking algebra. Sorry, no, he invented calculus.
Yeah. Okay, genius. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Show me up, and then don't even know what he invented.
Well, I think it was calculus. Sorry.
See, you don't even. That's it.
I'm trying, man. I know he came up with the laws of gravity. That's crazy. When he had it was the 1600s or something when Newton was around. Let's not get in this nerdy, weird ass corner of what our talk should be. Okay. Moving on, it's going to be short this week because my co-host here, again, Monday nights are tough for us to do, but going forward, you really should expect us to be much more regular, much more consistent on our Sunday evening release date and time, and we will be very consistent and having normal length episodes. This is a quickie today, guys. We're going to kind of hit some high points and see you next week. At least we didn't skip a week. That's what we're trying for always. What you got for us, Andrew, before I just take you down some TikTok mania?
You just blamed everything on me. You're like, my co-host wasn't able to go longer tonight.
Well, it's my fault. It's tonight, though. So, I kind of give you that. So
somebody's closer. No, I got this. I know you've had a long week and you're excited about your transition.
I am excited about my transition. My transition where I identify as private practice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. No, I mean, you take it because we'll come back to what I want to discuss.
Well, let's go big news. Let's just keep going, rattling off the huge freaking bombshells, right? So leaving Hendrick, next big thing. I don't know how happy Katie's going to be with me about this, but this is the announcement, guys. Kiddo number 2 is on the way. Katie is almost at her first trimester, and we're having another boy. So
dang, dude, I had no idea.
you,
Congratulations.
you
I
definitely
didn't
had an
even know.
idea.
I didn't know because Katie's going to be so mad
She's not.
that she's
Don't
going to be
even
like, it
try to
was
play
your
this.
fault. It's your fault, Andrew. You're the one that told him to do
No,
it. He
bro. I
listens
mean,
to everything. Yes.
we tell little baby Martin that Uncle Andy's going to be around for him always, and
No, I won't. No. Don't put me there because he's going to be totally let down for his life.
well, and again, I like when me and my wife found out, it was bittersweet. I'm definitely like super stoked on two boys, and God, Sam is like everything to me. And
Are you allowed to say that?
huh?
You're allowed to say that it's a boy? You're allowed to.
Yeah, man.
Dang, dude. So you're good. Like this is clear. I don't.
This is out,
there's
man.
always like
It's
rules,
out, dude. It's out there in the world. Like you find out now, like 9 to 10 weeks with non-invasive prenatal testing, which is just crazy because like it's by figuring out like little free chromosomes in the mom's blood. And I always joke with patients, they're like, "How accurate is this?" And I'm like, if it's a boy, especially, let me go ahead and explain to you. There is Y chromosome floating around in your blood right now. So there's probably only one real good explanation that could be true. And that's that you got a boy living inside your tummy right now. Boom.
And guess who put him there?
Well, in the case
Lord,
of me.
the good Lord did. Thank you.
The good Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, yes.
Okay.
So 2 little boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck, Dr. Martin.
Yeah, I wanted a girl. And everybody just well, I mean, number 3. No, like
number 3
I know
next year.
Number 2, I think really starts to tax the second parent. And I've talked to Katie about that. That's like the big thing to me is that, one kid, you can have a primary parent. You can have somebody kind of shoulder the brunt of things that are the parent part of life, the picking up from daycare, all this different stuff. Number 2 really requires that there is a second person there to deal with this or that, usually, especially if they're pretty close together. And my life until private practice was very erratic and hard to depend on me to be able to like, oh, can I pick him up? Katie this weekend wanted to go get her eyelash thing done. And then I had an induction that pulled me into or there was like a surgery that came up out of the blues. So it's like, you just can't, like, we couldn't do this podcast long term if I like kept having the potential of patients going in labor and I had no partner that could deliver on my behalf. So it is good. We are transitioning at this point. Transitioning
to a dad.
But I do know what this is gonna, put on my shoulders in a different way. And I would love to do 3. 3. I think good parents know the kind of taxation it puts on you, and like that's why movies like the Idiocracy were made, where it's like
Great
really
movie.
educated, really thoughtful, really responsible people don't tend to have like 20 kids. Now that's not always true. I definitely have patients with 7, 8 kids who are like, they are the best parents out there. But as a like a little bit of a kind of a, what do we call this, like trend, or almost like it's definitely noticeable that you tend to see thoughtful parents be a little more intentional with their pregnancies and kid number, because it takes so much, man. So I don't think I'm getting my girl. I definitely don't want to try to go for number 3, and then like literally Katie would like accuse me of being depressed, probably, because I would be if I didn't get my girl.
You're gonna have a boy if you went for number 3. Sorry,
I know.
Dude.
I watch
You're
it happen
boy.
every
You're gonna have
day.
a boy dad.
There's dads and moms with 4 or 5 of the same one. They literally, and the last one they get like twins, and it's the same sex twin.
Yeah, bro.
Like, yeah.
Sorry, dude. There's only a few of us in the world that could do it, boy, girl. Just a few of us just have that, gift. So
I do
good luck
still
with your
live
life,
here. I can find you and give you a good smackaroo.
Good luck. Good luck. Some of us are just better than others. So
whatever. And so going
we
into
just
that,
you know what? We just pray for healthy baby.
We do.
That's all I care about.
That's the most important thing. And again,
that's it.
Katie was like, "Are you gonna love our number 2 as much
Are you
as Sam?"
for real?
Yeah, and she's
You're
like
no.
worried like her mom's not gonna love stuff. Like, so we'll talk about our baby's name. I think you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, I want to talk about names.
We'll get to that. So, but she even asked me, she's like, "I'm just kind of worried my mom may not love our second one as much as Sam. And I'm like, I get it. It's
Probably
pretty
not. She
that's
won't.
not going to be true.
Sorry, dude.
But
Sorry,
Sam
won't.
set the bar pretty dang high. He is pretty much the most awesome thing ever. I know him.
Sorry, Stu, too. You're out. See ya. Sleeping outdoors.
Get out of here.
Dude.
Okay. So going into that, I just wanted to start with a little comic relief before we got to your point on this. And that is a little toddler video by one of my favorite guys on TikTok who does little funny videos. We're going to do this one about preparing your kids' meals here. I freaking think this thing is so hilarious because it already reminds me of Sam.
Time. Today we have an Italian pasta covered in a creamy American cheese reduction sauce.
These aren't in fun animal shapes, you donut.
For our next attempt, we have an oven-roasted, lightly breaded chicken nugget.
A dinosaur. Beautiful.
Like,
Disgusting. I'm sorry, Chef. Yes, Chef. I'm sorry.
I needed a dance break.
Great move, Chef.
Da-da dance. Da-da dance.
Yes, Chef.
I said dance. Do my favorite move, you donut. Not that one.
I don't know what you want, Chef.
No.
Right.
That's the one. Stop.
Yes, Chef.
What's this stupid thing?
Next, we have a yogurt all the way from Greece of the vanilla variety. Enjoy, Chef.
Go on.
No, it's not soup, Chef. It's ice cold yogurt.
Go on. No. Harder.
I don't want to. Oh my God. You know what? Here.
You've done it. This is the greatest thing I've ever put in my mouth, but I see a
A
rat.
cheese stick.
yeah, like I think that's already the way Sam's being at times. Like you just never, we don't have him fully at like verbal, right? He's saying a few words. He learns a word a day practically. And like, it's fun. And it's so exciting to hear him like repeat something back. But like, he's still like, his favorite word is dada, but he says it all the freaking time. So like, I don't know if it's just that he's always missing me, which is sad in some ways almost, but
Oh.
but
This is
he
his
doesn't
daddy.
always. He like there was a few days he was just saying over and over again. It was really funny. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the difficulties that a little bit more of a verbal toddler bring. So what you got for me
definitely
on
past
the
that,
name?
bro. Definitely past that. Don't ever have to go
dude.
back to that. Good luck with your life.
Hey,
That's
good
all I
luck with
gotta
your
say.
4-year-old girl in 10
Yeah.
years, bro. You know what? I'm gonna rub that shit in endlessly when we get there.
Oh, she'll be stapled shut. There'll be nothing that she can do. Stapled.
What,
We're gonna call you up.
Like
You're
Robin
gonna
Hood
staple.
mitten tights, dude. Like
Yep.
get her like that, like
Call the
metal
locksmith.
chastity
Call the
belt, dude.
locksmith.
Like, and like lock it, and then put her in a tower and never let her go
Yeah.
to the house. Ain't
Never.
happening, dude.
Yeah. Good thing I know an OBGYN that can help
I'll
with
throw
the
it next.
things.
That's what I'd do for my own daughter. I got to be honest. Like 11, 12 years old. I'm sorry. I know you don't totally understand why I'm doing this, but you're getting an next one on in your arm.
Done. Don't ever touch. You're not even looking at the dudes. All right. So what I wanted to do is we're gonna name your son on today's podcast.
Oh, we're naming him today.
We're naming him today.
Okay. Based off like what? Like, you know,
just based off of names.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna. We probably won't poll it because people will come up with like dumb names.
It's like that Pawnee poll episode where they get to name them out over the day. That's just hilarious.
Such dumb ones. All right. So I got a few names for you. I got a few names. We're gonna go with. What do you think if you were to name your son? What do you think of the name? Longhorn.
All right, dude, you're just baiting me. Like, and I'm not gonna do this with you right now. Like,
how about Longhorn?
Literally,
No?
my dad has already brought up the fact that it would not be acceptable for any of our children to go to UT. And that's
UT Longhorn.
I didn't even go to A&M, and it's like my dad still, and he didn't go to A&M, but my mom and his wife did, and that was a huge part of our lives growing up. And obviously, we loved and adored my mom. So again, we were Aggies almost by proxy through and through. I went to every home game practically till I was about 18 years old.
Dang.
From like 4 on.
And they sucked then. Gosh,
they,
true fan.
Bro, there are now
sucked.
TikToks on and like media about how like it hurts to be an Aggie. Like like the year that the Longhorns are having versus the Aggies is like polar opposites. I mean, we really are little brother status right now. But anyways, get rid of that garbage ass Longhorn name. That's not a person's name.
I mean, you go to a school, or you like a school. I just figured you would name him
No,
Longhorn. That was your
no.
favorite. How about Cash?
Dude, how do you know that? How do you know that, dude? That's actually
about
one of
Cash?
my favorite names.
Is it? I just know
actually
you, bro,
is.
because you're like Cash Money. You're like,
Dude,
hey,
I'm telling you,
I just made $1
so
million
here's the
a
funny
day
thing. Me and Katie
delivering
both
5
kind of liked it.
babies.
We both kind of liked it.
Cash, huh?
But she wanted to name him Cash like freaking
Cash Money?
Money. Yes, and I wanted to name him Cash like a collection somewhere, right? Like a cash depot, like a CACHE. Like when you can find a cache of things, it's like when you find like you go in a closet and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
That's
Sorry.
the way to spell cash.
Me and Katie decided on Cash first.
That
okay,
sounds
so we're
like
going Cash.
Why
Cash
don't you just
Money,
name him Chance and hopefully he becomes a rapper, dude? Like that's
Chance the Rapper, dude. Dude, Katie, we're gonna name your son Cash.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We eventually went away from that one, so no Cash. All right, what you got next? How
Okay.
did you know that? That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy, right?
Crazy.
I guess I just know it all. What about Hank? After Hank
Williams?
Aaron.
F that, dude. What are you talking about, Hank Aaron, bro? If it was after anybody, it'd be Hank Williams.
Why, dude?
When I hear Hank,
why isn't Hank Aaron a good name?
He's not one of my
Aaron.
heroes. Hank Williams kind of is, though.
But
do you even know who Hank Williams is?
Yeah, he's the musician.
Oh yeah.
I prefer Junior over.
Well, you know who I prefer? The Third. The Third is kind of good, actually, brother.
Was Junior the guy that was Monday Night Football?
Yes. All my Rider friends are coming over tonight. And he did, do you want a Monday Night Football? Yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Being a Red Raider fan, that really, I really appreciate that. So what about the name? What about the name Booger?
Bro. What is up with that guy and his name, bro? I mean, you got to give his mom and dad credit. Ain't nobody you ever met besides Booger, whatever his name is on ESPN.
McFarland. Come on, dude. How about Scooter?
Yeah.
Scooter. You're from the South.
That's an old Southern nickname. Yeah, I mean, Scooter. Like, so my litmus test always to Katie was like, this kid's got to grow up one day. And especially with girl names, I think it gets really tough to find the balance between cutesy and like a little girl that's a very great name. And then what I always tell like to Katie, the litmus test being like, could you say that name with Supreme Court Justice in front of it? And it's like, Supreme Court Jester Scooter Browse, right? Like,
that's right, dude. Supreme Court Jester Diamond Lewis.
No. Yeah, exactly. No. Veto.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. You're not. What about Crouton?
Are you reading these? Like literally, you're reading.
No, I made them up.
This down. No, you went off and you're like, what's that? Oh yeah, Crouton. That shit's gonna be funny. Like Crouton.
That would be a good one. Crouton, dude. Come on,
bro.
Let's stick. Why not just Stuart Jr.?
I do not like juniors. I understand why some families do that, but I really do like my name. I've had a weird relationship with my name throughout my life. Like it's an interesting name, and you don't really meet too many. It is. I don't need a junior.
Yeah, because if you met another one, you guys would try to fight each other. It's like when Spider-Man sees the other Spider-Man, you guys will all start trying to fight.
No,
yes,
bro.
You would, because that's how you are.
Now, have you ever looked up?
You'd be like, give me my name.
Have you ever Googled me?
Like the name Stuart?
What it means? Martin. I dare you to do it right now. Do it right now and see what comes up.
Who is it?
This mofo, like Scottish actor about 10, 15 years ago. Like it used to just like basically come up with me and like almost nothing. Just random Stuart Martins throughout the globe.
Oh,
but
yeah, dude, you kind of look, y'all are the same age.
But this dude just stole all my Google clout, and like now it's just a dude
y'all are
with
the same guy
on all the time. And
you're the same guy,
people will be like, oh, I'm gonna go see Dr. Stuart Martin, and he's gonna wear a G-string to his freaking
yeah, and he's 6'2".
Yeah, whatever.
Dang, he's like he's in Rebel Moon.
You know what? That new movie. Actually, yeah. He's getting a little more mainstream, but
hey, he is way cooler than you are, dude.
I am aware.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google myself because
Bustos, ain't nobody got your
dude.
name. That's
There's
the,
only
that's the
one of
beauty
me.
of a very unique last name. And
Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at, oh, there I am. Wait a minute. Oh, there's me again. Well, gosh, I guess it's just me, dude. You know, some people are just
I
one person.
friggin' hate you right now.
I know. It's okay. I know you're
Bro,
not in the mood for that.
So that's
okay,
why, though. That's why I think you have to take that into consideration when you name your kids too. Is like if you
That's
have
true.
a top 10 most common last name, which Martin is, you
Yeah.
really need to make sure they have something a little bit unique about their name, so they're not one of literally 10,000 in America.
Dude, that's insanity.
Which
Okay,
I'm
how
not
about
even going to get
William?
into how there's 2 Sam Martins in Abilene because that's a sensitive.
Oh, that's right. That story was awesome.
That story is not okay.
That's a cool story,
That is
dude.
not a
so
cool
your
story.
kids, so you're a dude that married a girl that has the same name, right? She's a dude. We're all
Yes,
dudes.
there's some couple here with the exact same name as us, and me and Katie had been all over like stuff telling people we're gonna name our kid Sam Craig Martin, and like this couple apparently was having their like 3rd kid 2 weeks before us or something, and somehow came up with the idea they were gonna name their kid the exact same thing when both their names are Stuart Martin, Katie Martin, and then Sam. They decided to name their kid Sam Martin.
What's his middle name? Craig?
Because of that, we almost didn't get a social security number for our kid because the social security office, when we went forward with, even though I knew this had happened, because our name was based off a bunch of family things, like Katie's dad's name is Sam, my initials spell Sam, like we were not going to be deterred. So we named him Sam Martin, and then the social security office did not send us his number because they flagged it as probably fraud, because how is Stuart, Katie, Martin both, how are they having Sam Martin again? It's clearly trying to get a fake social security number. So
same middle name though? Same middle name?
No. Our middle name is my mom's maiden name. It's Danish.
Yeah, but it's spelled
Krog.
K-R, right?
K-R-A-G-H.
different E.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be Sam Craig Martin with
Dang,
that spelling.
I bet
bro.
there. Let's Google.
Oh, get out of here, bro. Okay, so, you know what?
All right, here's another
here
one.
Is what we decided to
No,
name
you can't
our
do
son.
it. You can't.
I will tell you now.
Don't.
If someone else steals it, especially those two. If there is any other Stuart and Katie Martin out there, and you try to name your kid this, I will.
Oh, dude. Okay, can I tell everybody what you're naming your kid?
What?
Okay, Gomer Stuart Martin. Dude, done.
Bro,
Gomer.
You're a Gomer. All right, get
Gomer,
out of here,
bro.
Gomer. The name is gonna be on the birth certificate.
Don't do it.
The birth certificate.
Don't. You're not supposed to tell the name. You haven't talked to your wife about it.
You're right. Maybe.
Yeah, you better not say.
I better not do this one yet. Yeah.
How about
not to mention
waffles?
We've got, honestly, I'm going to reach out this very week, guys. I think we got a very cool episode coming up where we have a very well-known TikToker, social media star herself, who's like, I don't know why she's wasting her time on us in this podcast, but we're going to have her on, and she's a huge kind of like her shtick, that her big thing is naming people's babies. So like giving them
way to use her, bro. Way to use her.
Her and Katie were in talks all the time.
And this is so what did they come up with? What's your names?
Well, you just told me not to say on the podcast.
Well, you got to say like you got to say at least the names, like 5 of them, and don't pick the name. Just say, hey, this is what we're considering.
No, I'll tell you the one that I continue to veto for years and years, which I don't hate for other people, but is not going to be my son's name, is Shepherd. That's a great name. Again, it's one of those like
what?
And like you call him Shep, right? But like,
ooh, that's cool. Name. I like that.
It's a good name. It's one of those where like I knew a shepherd too, and I knew a shepherd. It affected me wanting to name my kid that. I've known some Sams in my life, and they've been good people, so it kind of didn't make me, get deterred from that name too.
Oh, you're one of those people, huh? You just like
everybody's that way, dude. If you met Doucher McGee Brucer or something, and your wife is like, "Let's name our kid Bruce," you'd be like, "I am not naming my kid Bruce
Wayne Martin." Sick,
bro.
Sick.
Don't.
Dude. Bruce Wayne Martin.
I already had. I might have to rethink about our name now. Bruce Wayne.
Is it Martin. Bruce Wayne Martin for reals? That's bad.
He's kind of gonna be Bruce Wayne, I think, too. Like that's kind of the crazy thing. Like,
he's gonna be.
I invested heavily in the Trump crypto coin, so I feel like I'm gonna be a billionaire in about 10 years.
You mean he's going to be a billionaire in 10 years?
Well, exactly. And he's going to rip everyone off who invested in it. You're correct, Andrew. Exactly.
But he's not. But his beneficiary is not his father.
What are you
It'd
talking
be
about?
his mother.
You're just
correct?
gonna. Here we go with this freaking. You know
correct,
what?
right?
If you just start
The
talking
heir-
in circles,
Heir
here
to
we
the
go.
throne of Gondor.
All right. Enough about the names. I have some sports stuff this week, bro.
Let's see it.
hit
Let's
some
see
sports
it.
stuff. I have a new sport. And I know random weird sports like highlight. Like
Rando.
most people have never heard of a lot of these weird kind of things I like to watch. There's like that street bowling in Ireland is a really cool sport. We'll talk about at some point. I have never heard or seen this sport before, and it is so cool. And I want to hear your thoughts on it. Here we go.
Soccer.
Bro, stop. I hate you.
Soccer. Oh, that's a great sport,
You
dude.
mean the most popular sport in the world? Here we go.
It's
All
not.
right. This
Go
is
away.
called farmer's golf.
Strikes the ball and takes off like a rocket. This is farmer's golf, a traditional Swiss sport where players launch a disc called a noose using a 3-meter flexible stick. It can reach up to 186 miles per hour. Meanwhile, defenders try to intercept it with a paddle-like tool called a shindle. The team that hits it the farthest wins. The second he strikes the ball, it takes off like a rocket.
Look
This
at
is farmer's golf.
Isn't that crazy? You know, the words for all this stuff are so weird. It reminds me of like Rick and Morty episode where they like make up stuff for episode, like for intergalactic plans. They'll be like, the schnooble hits the flender, and then the defender throws up their sniggle, and it causes a point to be a turder.
Dumb.
Bro, I think that's
dude.
cool as hell. That thing's going like crazy fast.
What's the point of the game again? Like you just hit the rock and it
I think
flies.
you hit that thing like a freaking rocket, and then there's like the funny thing is how inconsequential it looks like everyone else on the team is, where they're like holding up those freaking protester signs, basically like trying to just throw it up and hit that freaking rocket thing going by. I just think that's funny as hell.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna go race card here and just say,
race card. It's a Swedish sport, bro. So you can go ahead and go race card because I bet there's.
But
probably
Swedish are white people, bro. They're Anglo-Saxons, right? Is that what y'all call yourselves?
You're Anglo, bro. You're whiter
I'm not,
than me.
dude. I'm not.
Yeah,
okay.
you are.
I'm from Cambodia.
Yeah, you're pulling that double card that I'm white when I want to be, and I call myself Latin when I want.
Hey, dude, I still got to check the box. Okay, I still got to check
you
it.
Want
you
the
don't
box,
have to check
bro.
it.
Actually,
whatever.
Nowadays,
dude.
I don't know that you do want the box anymore.
Oh.
Anyways.
Oh. Anywho.
Yeah.
Any
hoosers. What are you gonna say about a darker skinned person playing farmer's golf, bro?
No, I wasn't gonna say darker
say
skin.
something.
I was just gonna say I just feel like sometimes the Anglo-Saxons come up with these games that appear on ESPN, the Ocho, and should not exist, but they do exist.
Well, bro, I mean, was it James Naismith or whatever who came up with freaking basketball? Like somebody's got to come up with
one of the greatest
stuff.
sport, dude. No, who's gonna play this sport? Do you see the size of those guys,
bro? Okay,
come on.
At some point we're gonna talk about banana ball. I feel like that should come up in a week or two too. Because like, have you seen the Savannah Bananas? And they actually play it. Their game rules are different, and I kind of
I love the banana balls.
Well,
yeah, that's awesome.
There's rules like if you catch the fly in the crowd,
the foul ball,
it's an out.
Yeah,
and they eject the players for bunting because bunting quote sucks. I freaking love that.
I love that.
That's
bunting,
amazing.
It does suck.
Then,
it should be
that MLB. The MLB's even like kind of half like giving a recognition to this rule. I mean, like they're innovative. So they have, I think it's called like the golden batter. Once a game, you can put your best hitter up to bat anytime you want, regardless of like the order or anything. So like, bottom of the ninth or whatever, you get to put up freaking Altuve or Yordan.
I wouldn't pick Altuve to come in there, dude.
Yordan,
Why'd you pick them?
Yordan.
No, I'd probably pick somebody.
Definitely
from
not
the
that Yankees guy, dude. That guy is anti-clutch. He sucks butt.
Oh my gosh! Only the best hitter in baseball.
No, bro.
Okay.
No. You're great if you can do it, but how about you win a title first before you?
Oh gosh, how about you play in a baseball park that's longer than 250 feet?
Bro, don't be hating on Minute Maid.
Minute Maid. It's like, hey, let's Pop up.
Don't be hating
Oh, that's
on
a
Minute
home
Maid.
run.
You know, the Rangers
It's
copy
going out of
literally
here.
everything the
Home
Astros
run.
do. They literally got a retractable roof stadium like 5 years later, just like their championships, just like everything, just like Nolan Ryan.
Well, I like your red top there, Dr. Martin. I
Don't.
like how you support the Texas
Don't.
Rangers and the Red Raiders.
Get out of here. Okay, one more sports thing I would like to discuss with you, and then we're going to kind of do some quick thoughts and wrap it up for this week, man. All right, let's see here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Wants to put out the best football team for the 2028 Olympics. It will feature 0 NFL players, not one. And you may think I'm crazy, but let me explain. In 3 summers, there will be the 2028 Olympics in LA. Flag football will be making its first ever appearance at the Olympics. And since it was announced, a lot of people have said, oh, this team will be filled with Patrick Mahomes, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Travis Hunter. But the true flag football players, like Darrell Doucette, who is the quarterback for the United States of America flag football team, have said this is a sport we've played for a long time, and we feel we are the best at it, and we don't need other guys. Darrell has been made fun of for that statement and also for saying he's a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes in flag football. This has led to a lot of discussion of who should be on the flag football team in 2028. People on Twitter have suggested, oh, they can just play a game. NFL players against flag football players. Jason Kelsey mentioned that on his podcast, and I agree completely. I believe wholeheartedly, and I would put tens of thousands of dollars behind this statement, that if the flag football team of America played an NFL All-Star team tomorrow, the flag football team would win. And I'm willing to lay 14 points too. The differences in rules, lack of physicality, minute details.
Let's go ahead and get this guy up here.
No,
but, let's go. Thoughts?
That's I disagree. I digress.
At initial reaction, I did too, but I want to hear your thoughts. Why?
I think so. If I who am I disagreeing with though? Am I disagreeing with that guy?
I agree with him now. I don't think they'd win by 2 touchdowns, but I think if you really start to think it through, it's kind of like flag football is not the same thing. I mean, people forget that it's not even the same dimensions, that it's not the same. Like, so, you know,
but you don't have to be very big.
Oh, you know, I'll just go over and do something where this guy's been playing it for 10 years at the top level, and I'll be better just because I play pro football, which is pretty much like it. And it's not, though, because it's contact in a much different way. Like the most extreme opposite of contact that exists. Like, what do you mean,
dude.
bro? Like,
no, it's like no, dude. These guys are the greatest athletes in the entire world. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback on the planet. You put Justin Jefferson, dude.
I'm going to just go ahead and have to say currently.
Greatest quarterback on the planet.
Yep.
You get Justin Jefferson lined up. Are you kidding?
So
these guys would run around these young little kids. Did you see the dude throw the football? Was that me throwing the football?
I mean, no. So I think there are certain skill positions you might want to take the pro over, right? Like this guy's an idiot. The flag football quarterback guy trying to. I mean, I love a overconfident, cocky player, but like, no, bro.
No.
I mean, I hate Mahomes, but Mahomes is gonna like dime it on that football so much better than you, and we all know it. Like, it doesn't even have to be done.
And then Tyreek Hill. Are you kidding?
But
no,
you don't know. You don't know that you got former freaking 100-yard dash players on these freaking flag football teams who can't beat the cheetah. Like, why do you say that? Because all they have to do is outrun somebody now. They don't have to, do the little 5-yard scrim thing and then get beyond them or shake the tackle. They just have to catch the ball. Calvin Johnson would obviously be somebody I would say take that guy, but the fast guy, I don't know. I'd want the hands guy. I don't want the guy who never drops the ball.
As a All-American intramural flag football player at the University of Texas,
you just said intramural, so everything just got negated with what you said.
Right.
It means like I ride the short bus, and I'm the smartest person in it.
International star of the flag football at University of Texas, Permian Basin in Odessa, Texas.
Go what? Go Perms.
Yes, go sperm. That's what we're called.
Go oily basins, baby.
We were the Falcons, bro. Okay,
God, what
we
a
were the
freaking
Falcons.
generic mascot.
All I know is if you have some athletes on the field, you can lateral that thing forever. You can throw it behind you. You can throw it to the side of you. You can do it as long as it didn't cross the line of
It's not
scrimmage.
the same juking with physical
Dude,
tackles
I don't
versus
even like
flags,
this is
bro. You start doing the
ridiculous.
spin thing, you get those freaking flags flying, bro.
Bro, that dude was 5'5".
I mean, no,
Patrick
again,
Mahomes 6'2".
I would probably take the quarterback from the pros.
No,
I'd probably
see-
take a receiver or two. The running back, why does that guy matter? Now you
He
want the
doesn't.
fastest, smallest guy
Nobody
possible.
even said a running back. There was no running back. They
There's running
named off
backs,
Justin
bro.
Jefferson. They did Jamar Chase. Those guys are unbelievable, dude.
Bro.
And you bring in Zeke Elliott.
No,
you'll be set.
you know who I'd take? Speaking of Longhorns, I'd freaking take Manning. I'd take
Oh yeah,
Arch
he'd be
Manning,
great,
bro. He
Yeah.
would be the freaking goat at flag
because he's an
football.
athlete,
Exactly.
dude.
That's what you want. You want
Yeah,
a
did you see him
young-
throwing the ball? Show that clip again of that full throwing the ball.
But
Can you find that?
It was terrible.
Can-
I remember
you-
watching that being like,
for
dude,
reals?
that's terrible, bro.
Come on, where is it? Show me that. I don't even know who he is. Granted, I know that's a big deal. I know it's a big deal. I just want to let me see that throw. I gotta see that throw, dude. Right here. Look at that throw.
Yeah, it's trash.
Boom.
It's trash.
Dude, that's bad, dude.
But
That's bad.
okay,
Hey, be quiet, guy.
I-
That's bad.
I'm still giving a lot of credit to his point, man. I gotta tell you, I just don't. I think that kind of sucks too. That like
Yeah, it
they
sucks for
played
them.
their whole career, and like now they're gonna get a chance and a shot at doing this in the Olympic stage, and then pro athletes are like, thanks guys, move on over. We're gonna take the spotlight. NFL
Well, they need
owners
to have
are
a
cool with
tryout.
it.
They need to have a tryout. They need to have like a.
They need to do what
like-
they said. Have the
But I
flag
think the
football
NFL
team play a
players are
team
full of crap.
pros.
I think they're full of crap. They're not going to play. Why would you risk? Why would you risk injury, dude,
Bro,
for flag
it's-
football,
no,
dude?
I mean, think about the dream team. It's a huge PR move, bro.
Those are different sports, dude.
I mean, they
didn't even
are
have
like
to
the
play.
NFL has nothing to gain. It is the market sport in America for sure.
Yeah, and even then, like, okay, so yes, basketball. If you watch the Olympics, you have the team that just played. They were playing all these other guys, right?
Mm.
So the Europeans have caught up. They're there with the
Mhm,
Americans.
mhm.
But with flag football, dude, like these, why would they care? There's nobody else out there playing football that are any good. Like where? What country?
Bro,
Where, dude?
that's a bad assumption, man. I'm just telling you,
Where?
every time
What
we
country is playing good football right now? Canada? Who?
Okay, so first off, you're not even paying attention to the fact that anybody in the NFL, it's like Yao Ming plays in the NBA, but he's Chinese. So like
So?
that's why they got better. That's why all these other teams got better, is because you have everybody that comes over here and plays. Like all the big dudes in the NFL now are like half Samoans. Like those aren't American unless they come from America, Samoa, or Hawaii. They're not American.
But they're
citizens.
American, dude. They're okay. I get what you're saying. So they
Yeah.
can play for the other countries.
Mhm.
I get that, right?
Like Patrick Mahomes
but
probably
then-
is two
but then
generations.
it's
He
not-
looks pretty dang Samoan himself. You have people that may not be American born and will opt to play for other teams.
Okay, so now it's a whole different discussion. Don't
Mhm.
even like that's a different. Don't try to
Is it,
don't try to do
though?
that. Yeah, it is
because you're
it's
just assuming we're gonna wreck everybody in football, and like that's just not how that stuff works in the Olympics a lot of times.
they
Like,
would wreck everybody. These are the greatest athletes on the planet.
bro. Before we did the Dream Team, America was already losing in basketball.
What? Well, because they were playing they were playing that guy.
Ah!
That's who they had out there.
We keep shifting the line here a little bit, bro. I'm just saying, like, why doesn't Russia and like Norway win hockey every year, man? The greatest. That was that game called the 1980s when America
The
beat
greatest
Russia,
game
bro?
on turf. Oh, or
No.
the. I don't watch hockey, bro. Whatever.
Dude, that's the Miracle on Ice.
Oh yeah, I
that
definitely
was-
hated
I
that
mean,
movie. Yeah.
America won, bro. Why with hockey? Now it's our sport, right? Except we lose it every freaking year. Huh.
Whose sport? Americans? I don't
Hockey,
even
bro.
watch it, dude.
Hockey?
Then why would
so
you even
great.
talk
I don't
about
know why
this?
you don't watch hockey, dude.
Because it's lame.
Uh,
Why do you watch it?
It's actually not very lame, dude.
Lame.
It's
dude.
kind
I
of
don't
like
care.
it's like soccer, unless there's something at stake. I don't really watch it.
boring.
Get out of here. All right.
Bored. I'm bored.
All right. I'm gonna finish on one note here because we are trying to kind of keep it short and sweet this week.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
like to try
yeah.
to do at least something motivational. I'm not gonna do a bunch of quotes this week, but I'm gonna kind of give a very quick little question and answer with you to try to remind people of what's important and give them an idea of how to remind themselves every day is a gift.
Every day is a new day.
Bro, it is. It is. Every day is a new day, dude.
All right, go ahead, Dr.
I'm Mr.
Martin. Let's hear what you
Positive
got.
now. You'll never get me in the doldrums, dude.
Oh, sure.
So I'm going to ask you a question, Andrew. I'm
Okay,
going to
let's
tell
hear
you,
it. Let's hear it.
if I were to come up to you and offer you $10 million, would
I
you
don't
take
want
it? Don't do this. If you wouldn't, I'm committing you to an insane asylum right now. So would you take it?
Okay, I'll take it. What am I?
Okay, you take it, right? And what
All right.
would you say something? Would you be like, "Hey, thanks, maybe? Thank you."
No, I'd say F your face. That's what I would say.
You would,
Have a good
though.
day.
All right, so you took
I'd be
my
like,
$10 million.
okay.
But then
what am I
after you
gonna-
took my $10 million, I said, "Okay, well, here's the catch with it, though. You don't get to wake up tomorrow."
Oh, cool. Great.
Would you still take it?
I mean, no, nobody would take it, dude.
Exactly. So what does that say about where your
Money.
priorities are?
Cool.
What your
Money.
value is?
Now, would you take it, Dr. Martin? Yes.
Like maybe at 85 years old or something, be like, "Give me the 10 million. I'll go ahead and die, and my family can have it. That's gonna be awesome. I'll go do everything on my bucket list in a day." Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
But
we know.
the point
These are your
is
priorities.
that you value, even if you don't think things are going great, if you're unhappy, if you don't think you're good enough, like you have to remember that given that question, almost always you're going to say, hopefully, and if you're not saying yes to that, please seek professional
Yeah, go
guidance.
call
so
Dr.
that
Martin,
we
please.
can help. But if you're healthy, you're going to say, no, I don't want that money then. And so what you're basically saying is you value your day, even just waking up in the morning, more than $10 million, which remember that you're valuable.
You're so sweet, Dr. Martin.
I mean,
You're
again,
a sweet guy.
these are helpful things,
Positive guy.
right? Try to remember why life's important, why it's a
Oh.
blessing to be here.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. There you go. That's your meditative
thanks,
thought for the
man.
week.
I feel so much better now. Give me the $10 million.
Get out of here, bro.
Give me that 10 million.
Hey, if I gave you the $10 million and you didn't wake up, could you just give it back to me and then I would? So that'd be, maybe we just do it.
I would have
We
leveraged
just cheated
the debt.
system.
I would have leveraged the debt, and I
And-
would have opened up 10 Airbnbs and put them under what was your son's name? I was gonna call him.
Booger, probably.
No. Crouton.
No,
I'll put it under Crouton.
you will address
Oh,
my
good.
newest son as your
Don't-
excellency, sir, the
That's you,
esteemed
dude.
heir
You're
to
the
the
steward
throne of Martin.
Gondor. Steered of Gondor.
All right, brother. Well, this is fun. We have a lot in store for us over the next few weeks. I think we have a good episode, maybe guest list next week. I keep trying to hit up one or two people who are being real flaky on me, but I think in 2 weeks we're going to do our first big guest where we're going to try. I'm going to see if 2 weeks for her doesn't work, so we can talk to her about naming and talk to her about some healthcare stuff, and that'll be good.
Healthcare.
All right. Got anything else for us? Last thoughts this week, Doctor?
No, man. It's good. It's been a good week.
Physical
It's good week.
training.
No,
Andrew
physical
Bustos.
training, just get out there and do it. Stop making excuses for yourself. If you're fat, stop eating so much. If you want to get in better shape, get on go for a walk to start. What's another good one? Just get out there and do it. Stop making excuses. It's not someone else's fault. You ate it, so own it. Once on the lips, straight to the hips.
You know the David Goggins phrase I love? No
I
one
don't
cares.
really-
Work harder.
Oh, dude, that's pretty good. It's true, dude. No one gives a rat's.
Yeah.
So, I'll see you later.
All right. Well, then I'm going to give us our sign off. For the Muscles and Malpractice family, thanks for tuning in. And until next time, take care of yourself and your growing family. Have a good week, guys. Bye.
Bye.